You could have all the power in the world. You could be the richest man in all the world. Your name could be seen as the greatest name in all the world. Your name could bring fear into the heart of anyone throughout the world, and yet still not be immune to the issues of life. He can't sleep. All the power in the world won't afford you a good night's sleep. All the money in the world won't buy you a good night's sleep. Think about it. Here's the man who would be recognized as the greatest man in all the world, and yet he lacks something really pretty basic to life. There's not a one of us who can't appreciate a good night's sleep. Because what does a good night's sleep say? It's reflective of a heart that's at rest. It's reflective of peace. Greatest man in all the world can't even sleep at night. You see, I think we need to hear that this morning. We need to think about that, because no doubt people who are listening to this message are living in a delusion. And it goes something like this. If only I had blank, fill in the blank. Power, money, a more sensitive husband, a more affectionate wife, more obedient children. Just fill in the blank, however you want. If only I had blank, then I'd really be living. If only I had blank, then I would be satisfied. Then I would know what life is about. And yet we need to see right from the beginning of the story, you can have it all. You can have everything that everyone else in the world would look at and say, that is the one guy in the world that has it all, and yet still lack something very basic, and that's sleeping at night. Mankind has always lived in this delusion. Stop and think about it. Stop and think about the things you read, the things you see on the news, the messages that you see in movies and in television shows, in media, in music, in entertainment, just all the things, even in the business world. Think about how this message comes through over and over and over, and that is this: that mankind is on an inevitable upward climb, that he will inevitably progress and advance and get better and stronger and greater. Man believes he is ultimate, and that he will ultimately solve the world's problem and inevitably take his place on the throne of the universe. That is, in essence, the basic thinking that drives man. But God has a plan, and his kingdom and plan are what are ultimate. While as part of his plan, he allows the kingdoms of man to flourish, ultimately for his glory and for the good of his people, he will bring the kingdoms of man to nothing and will fill the whole world with his glorious kingdom of his Son, Jesus.